Hi everyone. Thank you to everybody who has watched my video and my little subscribers that I have. I want to thank my daughter Rachel for editing my videos and uploading them and doing this for me. So a little bit about my journey of when this all started and how we think it might have progressed, or not progressed, but just the memory issues, the cognitive uh, impairment. It started probably back in 2018. Um, it, I got really sick around Christmas time, and I had the flu, I thought, so of course I went and got tested for the flu, and of course I did have the flu, and I was working, and I didn't have any vacation or sick time, so I needed to get back to work as soon as possible. And I went to the doctors, and of course they prescribed me some medication for the flu, and I took it, and I woke up the next morning and I told my husband that I didn't feel right. And so I continued living my life and working, and I worked all of 2019, and then the end of 2019 I told my husband I couldn't do this anymore. We so I had, prior to that, had a neuropsych done, and she and it wasn't the best neuropsych. There was no diagnosis at that time. Um, my husband asked her, if you had a diagnosis, and if she was older, what would your diagnosis be? She said early onset dementia, but she said I was obviously too young for that, so that was never a diagnosis. And things continued to progress, and then in 2020, probably a year later, I had another neuropsych done, and of course that was just as bad. And then we relocated to a warmer climate because where we were living was a colder climate, and I was also on oxygen then. And I was falling. I was doing physical therapy. I had a couple falls. I was doing physical therapy 3 times a week. So we decided to relocate to a warmer climate, and I finally got in with some good doctors, and the neurologist that I have now, we did an MRI first. We did a neuropsych. The neuropsych was bad again. Wasn't the best. And then we finally got my insurance to approve a PET scan. We got the PET scan results back, and it didn't show any brain shrinkage. For those of you who don't know what a PET scan is, it's where they put this glucose dye in you, and it can see if there's shrinkage in your brain, which that can tell you if there's dementia or Alzheimer's. And there's not. The only thing that they did state is that for my age, my brain is a little bit smaller. So I think moving forward next year, I'll probably have a yearly PET scan done, and they'll continue to measure the shrinkage of my brain and see if there's any progression there, if it's dementia or Alzheimer's. But right now it's just mild cognitive impairment, which affects more my short-term memory, which makes it really hard for me to hold a job. I am currently on disability, and I have tried to go back to work, and because it's short-term memory, I can't constantly retain everything. Long-term memory is okay, but it affects more my short-term memory. And I just want to say thank you to my kids, to all 5 of my kids. I'm the mom of 5. My daughter worded it somehow like that, and I want to thank my husband as well for sticking by me and helping me through this. And to my kids, today is April 15th. John, Josh, Nate, Adam, Rachel, Haley, and the other Josh. I love all of you guys so much. And I want to just thank you guys who have watched my video. Please like and subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful day.